Hello, I'm Don Glaze, and welcome to the first episode of Glaze's Geezer Garage. The purpose of our YouTube channel is simply to take the experiences of guys my age, I'm 68, and just teach people or show people what we've done through the years, our experiences, good or bad. We show people how we've done things. We show them cars we've restored. Some of these people you may know, some of them are well known in the car industry, some of them are not, but that's the objective of our channel. So we're going to do a weekly video. We're going to release one once a week. We're not sure what that date will be yet, but on our first episode here today, we're going to give you a little tour of my shop. It's only about 1,600 square foot, but it's well organized. Show you the project I'm working on currently, and show you a past project that I've owned for 51 years. So stay tuned. Guys, let's go in and see my shop. Let's go. Follow me. I'm going to close the door because we have the heat on, as you can see. I've got a radiant heater, works very well. So it's in Ohio, so it is the time of year. It's almost Thanksgiving. It's very chilly outside, a little rainy. So got to close that door. So as you can see here, just start at the beginning. We have a bolt organizer, fastener organizer. Here we got a refrigerator, which is not plugged in. That's for cold water and sodas. Here as you see here, I've used kitchen cabinets. We happen to have a cabinet outlet in the area, and I've got these cabinets and upper cabinets very inexpensive at their outlet store. Installed them, used 3/4 plywood, masonite as tops. If you can look real close here, the masonite is replaceable. It's screwed on. I like to do that to my workbenches because if it gets chewed up, I just replace the masonite, which is inexpensive. So if you come along here, you see the upper cabinets, have fake board. You see there, got the fake board. Do have a built-in sink. Don't have a huge toolbox, but I've built this toolbox over the years very reasonably. So nice toolbox. Got vise. Got another workbench area here. As you can see, the workbench is a little cluttered, but I use it. Here's some parts to a small block Chevy oval track motor that my brother bought. We're working on. See another vise here. Here you see a nice drill press. You'll see wood and metal cutting bandsaw. Here you see an industrial belt sander and disc sander combination. Here you see just a nice little 1/2 horsepower. I use it as a buffer. It can be a grinder. 250 amp MIG welder. It's an old L-Tech, but it works great. Got a small bearing press. Some more upper cabinets here, which I keep most of my paint products and stuff in. Come on down here, we kind of get into more of the metal fabricating. Here we got a 36-inch brake, box brake. So it's segmented, so you can form box type metal bending. Gonna build, if you look down here, you see all my metal stuff I have in stock, leftover stuff I bought. This is going to be more organized. We're going to do that on another episode. We're going to create a metal storage rack system, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Here we got a shear. This is a 48-inch shear. It's a Pexto. I just cleaned it up yesterday. Had a lot of surface rust. Cleaned it up. It looks good. If you look underneath here, you'll see an electric hoist. That's going to end up being part of a bridge gantry system I'm putting up, and that'll be another episode. And then over here we just have a nice Ingersoll Rand compressor. Beside it, we just moved this vertical mill. It's not a Bridgeport, but it's a nice unit. I'll show you a little bit of footage later on of how we moved that. That thing is 4,800 pounds, and I'll show you how I moved up by myself. Right beside it, you'll see you have a parts cleaner. Then the rest of this inventory is just some of my woodworking equipment and lawn equipment, which eventually will come out of here. We're going to add on to the shop eventually and put my lawn equipment and all my woodworking equipment in a separate section. As we just pointed out, I built a mezzanine. It's 4 foot by about 32 foot for extra storage. I also have industrial pallet racks for storage, as you can see here. Let's move around and give you a little sneak peek of my 51-year-old ownership of this project. We'll uncover that and show you a little bit more about that later. If you come to the front of the shop, here we have a 16 by 10 overhead door. We have another pallet rack. They're 24-inch deep pallet racks. I did that for storage and to leave enough room. And you'll see right underneath there, we have a sandblast cabinet. This is an old Pangborn sandblast cabinet that I bought used out of a machine shop for $100. I rebuilt it and it works perfectly. And here you see a 10 by 10 overhead door, and then you'll see a little sneak peek here of my future project. But we'll cover that down the road. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to step you through the current projects. One of my past projects I indicated to you that I own 51 years. So let's start with a older project that I'm going to revive this thing. So let's come right over here. This is a little old club car. It's been custom painted, custom seat covers. It's a 6-volt system, battery powered. I'm on my second set of batteries. They're bad, my fault. I think the charger was bad. But I think what we're going to do here, my grandchildren love this thing. They drive it all over the place here. What I'm going to do, now that they're getting older, is soup this thing up a little bit. We're going to put a gas-powered motor in this thing. Not sure quite yet what I'm going to use, but it will be fast. So we're looking forward to this project, and that probably will be 2 or 3 episodes. Then I'm going to take you over here. I indicated to you before, this is a car I've owned 51 years. We're going to cover more extensively the history of me in this car, but as I indicated, I've owned it 51 years. I bought it in Arizona when I was 17 years old. So let's show you a little bit about that. This is the original color. It was all black, which is rare for a 56 Chevy. Most of those, as everybody knows, were two-tone, but this one was ordered all black. It was also ordered a V8 automatic. So when I started to restore it, I decided to go with the original style interior. Now I want to point out to everybody, this restoration is 24 years old. And it's still in pretty good shape. There's a couple little flaws in the seats because I drive this thing. But as you can see here, it's got an aftermarket steering wheel. But it's all original style interior. This was the original style interior. We took the code off of the body tag and we ordered it accordingly. It does have a modern, I did it tilt steering wheel, as you see here, which makes it more convenient. I did add, there is a 700R4 overdrive transmission, but other than that, it's a pretty simple. One thing I want to point out too, if you come in here and look at this, this is the original padded dash. That padded dash, that same padded dash was on there when I bought it when I was 17. And I put protective material on it for years to keep it in good shape, and it's still the original dash. And as some of you Tri-5 Chevy guys just noticed, the dash inserts are little Chevy emblems. If you'll get a close-up in there, put your peepers on that. And I know what you guys are saying. That did not come in a 56 Chevy, that come in a 55 Chevy, and you guys are absolutely correct. But I can tell you there's one thing about a 56 Chevy I did not like, and that was the dash inserts. They were little just black slots. So since it's a custom vehicle anyway, I put the 55 dash inserts in it, and I like that better. You come back here, it's an original, as everybody knows, 56s. A little secret about where you put the fuel. That's where you fill it up at. Very unique on a 55 to 56 Chevys. Trunk, nothing special in there. Let's go put our camera on the motor though. This motor's a little bit special. What you're looking at now is a 289 cubic inch big block Chevy. This is a 454 block, which is 30 over and 4 1/4 stroke. It has, I put Hydro Boost brakes, power steering, so it's been updated. This last little go through of the motor and the drivetrain, I decided to update and do a power steering and power brakes, which makes it wonderful. Now, what we've done is, I have an advantage. I have a first cousin, Paul, and Paul is one of the foremost big block guys around, I know, in the Akron area. And Paul has always coached me through. He makes me build the motor, but he coaches me, he'll inspect the motor for me, he inspects my work. So I've had a great teacher in Paul. He's been very patient with me, I'm glad. Maybe we'll get Paul over here for one episode, but I don't know, he's a little camera shy. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the 56. Of course, if you guys stand down here, we're using the old traditional Krager SS's. Nothing like them. The car is not tubbed. Now, one thing that's unique, if I can get my cameraman down on the floor here in the back, this is not just your simple run-of-the-mill rear end. This is a Dana 60 rear end. Okay, what you're looking at here is a old school Dana 60 rear end. Now, we had to shorten one side and use a short side axle because Mopars have an off-center drivetrain and Chevrolets do not. But this rear end was purchased back in 1973 and we also have a ladder bar system. We have all four corners have QA1 coilovers that are all adjustable, as you can see. So this 56 is not just a good looking car, it is a sleeper. That 489 cubic inch motor is roughly 600 horse with a 700 R4 overdrive. So this is a serious street car. So now I'm going to introduce you to my latest project. I didn't know when I first purchased this car that it was a pretty rare car, and I'm finding out very quickly that it is a rare car. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this car. I know I'm going to restore it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go original or I'm going to go resto mod. I'm leaning toward the resto mods just because this frame is rusted. So let's look at this, what we got here. What you're looking at is a 1963 Corvette coupe, which means, if you follow me, it is a split window coupe. That's what, from my understanding now, that's what I understand this makes this car rare. Again, the car had set for years. It's a little, the body's in great shape, the frame's in terrible shape. Let's come back around here and look at the interior. You can see it's not the original interior. The original interior of this car was white with a red interior. You can see somebody changed the interior blue. They put later model C2 Corvette seats. We think they're 64, 65. The door panels also. So as you can see, the interior is rough. We're going to take it back to red. So let's take a look under this hood and see what we got. I also had to come up with a custom door opener holder because the latch is broken here. If you look there, the fiberglass was broken, but take a close look at that rim, and then I'll show you. I've already purchased the part I need to replace that fiberglass from a good friend of mine, Mitch, over in Pennsylvania. Thank you, Mitch. What we're going to do with this motor, this is a 350 motor, not the original 327, sad to say. I believe it's the original bell housing and 4-speed transmission, but this is a 350 2-bolt main. Looks like they did use the valve covers in the original distributor and the intake manifold. What we're actually going to do with this motor right here is we are going to start this motor up and see how well it runs, and just almost like a revival, trying to revive this motor and see how it runs, even see if the car moves a little bit. I know the brakes are shot, and and I'll cover that after we show you what I had to do to pull it out of that garage. But I know there's no brakes, but I want to see if this thing runs and moves. So look forward to other episodes showing what we're going to do with this. So here's the dilemma. I have a lot of my friends tell me you should go back to original. Classic original 63 split window coupe. I lean toward going to a wrestling mod. Multiple reasons. They're more drivable. They're worth more money if I decide to sell it. So what I'd love to do is get some input from you guys. If you have any ideas, suggestions, please comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Could change my mind. Thank you. So, thank you for watching Glaze's Geezer Garage. I want to introduce my grandson Liam. Liam, come in here. Liam is my videographer. He's also editing all the videos. He loves to do that. So Liam, thank you for doing that. And as you can see, this is a very family-oriented channel. It will all be clean content. So thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And please make comments below, because we can change the content, we can change a lot of things. Tell us what you'd like to see. If you want to see something more in my shop, or want to see more of the 56, or a little more detail when we start doing the videos of the Corvette, please do it. Thank you very much. Again, like and subscribe and share this video, because that helps us. Thank you.